Guys, and I just wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of show you the new stuff that we've gotten in here lately. Some of it may not be new to you, but it's maybe new to us, or they're just kind of cool little gadgets that I ordered in that I thought would be fun. Okay, first we have kind of a lot of the creative grid rulers. Kathy just kind of went through and told me her favorite sizes for doing her quilts, and so that's what I ordered in. And then we did get in these little bitty rulers that I just like. I like this size to sit beside my machine when I'm doing binding. It's just the perfect size to help with the binding. And then these are they call them seam guides, but they're for when you're having to mark your half squares, and so you can line the points up corner to corner, and you can either mark down the middle or it's a 1/4 inch on either side. So those are just handy doing those half squares. The middle section here are just some gadgets and cutting tools and all. And so we've got the batting scissors that we haven't ever had before. And then these are a fairly new rotary cutter, the Femore. We had a lady, Margaret, in class here a few weeks ago. She was telling me about them, and they have the ball bearing, and so you don't have to press down as hard when you're cutting. And then it's a lot easier to change the blade out, and the blades are a stainless steel, and we can send them in to get sharp, or you can send them in to get sharpened. And then the little gadgets up here, the magnetic pin cup and the quilt stand, I'll show you. So the little quilt stand, it's just these little blocks, and so they're easy to bring to class. And so if you're bringing different rulers to class, and then they'll nest into each other if you have several of them, but they hold the smaller size rulers. And then the little magnetic pin cup, it just compresses down. And again, I think this one's been around a while, but when you open it up and you set it beside your machine, or all the pins just pop up head first, so they're easy to access, and it'll sit down in a little cup there. And then the Alfie clips, we have sold out of our first order, but I have more coming. And so these are just the labeled A to Z and 1 through 10 clips for when you're cutting your fabric. You can put your stack together and label them. And so we will have more of these coming in. And then the pressing mat here, the wool pressing mat, we have a few of our Aliso irons left here in the different colors. So we have the purple, pink, and turquoise large iron, and then the kind of the green and the pink of the mini travel iron. But these are the Aliso wool mats, and they're sold individually, just a single size like that, but they connect together. So they have these tabs, and you can take the tabs out of the corners and then butt them together, so you can configure, you can add 4 of them together, and so you can just make you whatever size wool pressing mat that you need. And then also, to go with the Aliso irons, we got in the patterns for the little travel iron, a holder, little carrying case, and we're going to be doing a class on this. And then these are the Riley Blake long hemostats that just help you. They're an 8-inch, so help with turning tools, things like that, when you're stuffing items and all. We've been waiting to get these long ones in. And then these have been around a while, but Gypsy from Checker came out with several different little gadgets and tools. And so this is a wool mat cleaner. So when your wool mat gets starch and residue all on it, you can clean it. Then these are just little tools for your sewing machine, little dusters and all, to help clean out. And then we also got in, they have the little nubby short screwdrivers. So if you need help taking off your throat plates and things like that, this is a good size screwdriver for that. These are a kind of, they call them a silicone tool, but they help you when you're pressing. They're different shapes and different sizes, but when you're like feeding things into your machine, they grip your fabric, or when you're ironing and you need to hold something down and you don't want to get your finger burnt, then you can take your iron and these just help hold items down, your fabric and all. So I thought that was a cool, fun little gadget. Then these are a seam ripper, and I thought this was kind of neat. If seam rippers can be neat, but they have, it's an easy grip kind of handle, but then this side, you know how you always get kind of the little threads left, this will, you can rub and it'll pull out the little thread tails that you have left after you rip them out. So I thought that was kind of handy. Then this is just a oh, there's a name for that pressing, or not pressing tool, but marking tool. I'll think of it here in a minute. But if you don't want to use a fabric marker, you can crease your fabric and it leaves a little crease line to mark. And then the other, a Hera, I think is what it's called. And then you also have the other end of it is a pointer tool to help you poke out your points. Then over here we just have, these are some of our new items that are going to go along with the sunbonnet fabric that is supposed to be coming in this month from My So Quilty Life. And the sunbonnet line of fabric is what we're going to be doing the quilt room quilt out of. And so she has some coordinating patterns that I've ordered in to go along with that sunbonnet fabric. And then we have just some cute little notions. So she had the little key fobs, the needle minder here. This I thought was just cute. It's a binding. So when you create your binding for your quilt, then you can wrap it around the little spool of thread. And then a little notepad that are quilting notes. So that just kind of goes along with our sunbonnet fabric that we'll be getting in. This is a new Riley Blake embroidery pack. That's the Jane Austen library. And then these are new Kimberbell items that go along with the Christmas event that we're going to be doing in, I believe in October. We're going to have 2 different time slots, but these are the little tea towels, and they come 2 in a pack, 1 green band and 1 pink band. And then this is the blank for the wreath sash, and then the bamboo hoop. You might show them the projects over there. For our little ones, I thought this would be fun. Christmas is coming, so this would be a fun little project. It's a Noah's Ark felt little activity book that you just cut out and make the little felt pieces to go along with Noah's Ark. I did a Facebook post the other day about the new line of flannel that we've gotten in, and I also have the patterns coming in for the wall hanging and the table runner that uses the panel, and we're going to be doing up kits for that, so those should be ready in just another week or so. And then this is so cute. We got in a whole bolt of it, and it's a panel. But what's neat is you don't need 2 different fabrics. It already on the back side of it has the coordinating fabric, and so all you need to do is serge around it or bind it, and it creates, it is, I wish we had feel-o-vision, because this is so soft. I mean, it's softer than Minky. But what's neat is with one panel on this side, it's for the little girl, and then I'm going to try to flip the whole bolt over. On the other side, it's for a little boy. So you get a little boy panel and a girl panel with each cut. So you have to come in and just feel this fabric. It is so soft. And so I think that's about all that I have to show right now. We do have some other new fabric coming and a few more little gadgets coming in. The binder binding attachment that I showed in the Facebook post that folds your binding, those are coming in the end of this month, and so I'll let you know when we get those. And there's a couple more little gadgets I believe that we have coming in later on this month also, so I'll let you know about those.